I never expected to be the kind of person who would tell his wife not to get a dog. I had done the mental math. The hair, the barking, the walks, the extra work that seemed to arrive like dust after every shift. She laughed at me and loved him anyway. And for a long time, I thought that was the end of the story. A small domestic disagreement resolved by persistent affection. Leo, the golden retriever she brought home, settled into our house like a quiet piece of furniture. A soft presence that smelled faintly of the past. He followed her from room to room, learned the patterns of her day, and made small claims on her. A paw by the window, a sleepy nudge in the morning. I was neutral, not cruel, just uninterested. Then, one ordinary Thursday, everything shifted. I was making coffee when Leo came into the kitchen and tugged my sleeve. It was such a gentle, intentional tug that I laughed and opened the back door, thinking he wanted to go out. He didn't. He ran toward the hallway and looked back at me with eyes I didn't understand. A dull thud followed and the sound of the house changed. I dropped the cup and ran. She was on the bathroom floor, pale and impossibly still, breathing like someone else. In that moment, the small bond I had refused became the difference between life and something far darker. He didn't wag then. He pressed his body to her, one paw on her arm. As if holding the last small bridge between her and the world, I called 911 with hands that would not stop trembling. The paramedics said she had suffered a sudden drop in blood pressure and that time had been the razor between rescue and tragedy. I thought afterward about all the hours I had not looked at Leo as anything more than a thing she loved. Now I saw intelligence in his eyes and the sort of steady, patient courage that does not need applause. The hospital smelled like antiseptic and hope. And Leo sat at the foot of her bed, the way a small sentinel might keep a door. When she opened her eyes and later came home, the house seemed to breathe again. She hugged him so tight I could hear him breathe. She whispered into his fur, "You saved me." That single sentence rewired all my rules about animals, responsibility and care. Now I reach for his leash before my own. Talk to him about silly little things I never thought to say. And sometimes I feel more gratitude toward that animal than I ever expected to feel toward any other being. The lesson was simple and enormous. Love sometimes arrives in a small, steady body with wet nose and quiet patience, in gestures that look like nothing and end up being everything. We are careful now. We pay more attention to the small signals, the odd behaviors, the ways an animal communicates danger or comfort long before we notice. If you choose to bring an animal into your life, know you might be bringing home a teacher, a companion, and in rare moments, like ours, a guardian. Leo did not seek recognition. He wanted walks and belly rubs, sure, but he also wanted us to be safe. He did what an animal does best. He kept watch, he acted, and he loved without calculation. I still laugh sometimes about how stubborn I was, but those laughs are softer now, threaded with a fierce gratitude I cannot easily name.